Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. Today, we're going to get into something that I think a lot of us have wondered about at some point.
Yeah,
Is it really possible to improve your eyesight naturally?
right.
Like, can we actually reduce our dependence on glasses and contacts?
It's a question a lot of people are asking these days.
Exactly. So,
Oh.
we came across this fascinating guide that lays out a whole plan to do just that in just 21 days.
Oh, wow.
And we thought, all right, let's deep dive into this thing
Yeah, let's see what it's all
and
about.
see if it holds any water.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, this 21-day plan boils down to 5 key steps. It's a pretty interesting mix.
Okay.
Some stuff you might expect, like, eye exercises and things like that.
Right. Makes sense.
But then it gets into some pretty unexpected territory, like sun gazing.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to unpack all of it.
Okay.
I'm definitely curious.
That's good.
All right. Let's start with the one that honestly kind of made me scratch my head a little bit when I first read it. Sun gazing.
Yeah, I can see why. That one seems a little out there for some people.
It does, right.
Yep.
Like staring at the sun. That's kind of a recipe for disaster, isn't it?
Well, it definitely can be if it's not done correctly and very carefully.
Right.
The key here is understanding that the sun is an incredibly powerful source of energy, right?
Okay.
Think about it. Like plants use sunlight for photosynthesis.
Right, right.
So this guide is suggesting that by exposing your eyes to the sun, but very carefully,
Okay.
during very specific safe hours, you can actually harness that light energy in a way that can be beneficial for your eyes.
Safe hours. Okay.
Yeah.
So when are these so-called safe hours? When would you even consider doing this?
Well, think about the times of day when the sun's rays are the least intense.
Okay.
So we're talking about sunrise and sunset.
Okay.
The idea is that during those times, you can absorb that light energy in a much gently and safer way.
Gotcha. So, but even then, you're not like staring directly at the sun.
Right. No, absolutely not. And especially never during peak hours. That is just asking for trouble.
Okay. So big emphasis on safety here.
Huge.
Definitely got to research this properly if you're even thinking about trying it.
Absolutely. Do your homework.
All right. Well, let's move on to something that sounds a lot more relaxing and, frankly, more appealing to me. Cucumbers on the eyes.
Ah, yes. The classic spa treatment.
Right. But I always thought that was just like, pampering thing.
Yeah.
This guide actually includes it as part of this 21-day plan, so there must be something more to it.
Well, it turns out those cucumber slices are more than just a refreshing ritual.
Okay.
Cucumbers actually have natural cooling properties that can help reduce inflammation around your eyes.
Oh,
And they can even help promote blood circulation, which is really important for healing and overall eye health.
So it's like a mini spa treatment that actually does something.
Exactly.
I like that. All right, next up we have digital detox, which is
Right.
something that I think we all know we should be doing more of.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But this guide takes it a step further and actually gives us a pretty hard and fast rule,
Okay.
which is no screens after 9 p.m.
Interesting.
So what's the thinking behind that?
It all boils down to giving your eyes a much-needed break and improving the quality of your sleep.
Right.
We all spend so much time staring at screens these days, our phones, computers, TVs, and all that screen time really strains our eye muscles.
It does.
Plus, the blue light that these devices emit, that can actually interfere with our melatonin production,
Oh, right.
which makes it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep.
And good sleep is super important for our bodies to repair themselves,
Absolutely.
including our eyes, right?
Exactly. Sleep is when our bodies do most of their healing and rejuvenating.
So it makes sense to, prioritize that.
Definitely.
Okay, next on the list, we have something called Tretak Kriya. I'll be honest, I'd never heard of this one before.
Yeah, it's not as well known as some of the other practices.
So fill us in. What is this all about?
So Tratak Kriya is a practice that comes from yoga,
Okay.
and it basically involves focusing your gaze on a single point for an extended period of time.
All right.
Now, that point could be a candle flame, it could be a small object, it could even just be a dot on the wall,
Interesting.
anything that you can really fix your gaze on.
And what's the benefit of this?
Well, it's believed to improve both your vision and your mental focus. The idea is that by training your eyes to concentrate like that, you're also sharpening your mind.
So there's a link there between the physical and the mental.
Exactly. A lot of these practices are really about that connection between our physical and mental well-being.
Fascinating. Okay, and last but not least, we have the good old-fashioned eye exercises.
Right, the tried and true.
Exactly. So do these actually work? Because, on the surface, they seem to make sense, right?
Sure.
But do they actually make a difference?
Well, think about it this way. Your eye muscles They're just like any other muscle in your body.
Okay,
They need exercise to stay strong and flexible.
makes.
So eye exercises are basically giving those muscles a workout.
So what kind of exercises are we talking about specifically?
Well, there are lots of simple ones you can do,
Okay.
like focusing on objects near and far, rolling your eyes in different directions,
Wow.
even just consciously blinking more often
Oh, interesting.
can be helpful.
So just keeping those muscles active and engaged.
Exactly.
Okay, now there's one more piece of this 21-day plan that really caught me off guard, and that's the connection between gut health and eyesight.
Oh, interesting.
Right. It seems like a bit of a leap, but this guide really emphasizes it. So what's the deal with that?
Well, it's a pretty fascinating concept.
Yeah.
This guide highlights the idea that the health of your gut can actually influence the health of your eyes.
Okay.
And it emphasizes something called a sattvic diet.
Satvik.
Yeah, SATVIC, sattvic,
Okay.
which is essentially a diet that focuses on eating natural whole foods.
Okay.
So lots of fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, things like that.
So how does it connect to your eyes?
Well, the idea is that eating a sattvic diet reduces inflammation throughout your whole body, and that includes inflammation in your eyes. And there's actually a growing body of research
Oh, really?
that suggests a healthy gut microbiome might actually be one of the keys to clearer vision.
Wow. It's amazing how interconnected everything is in our bodies.
Isn't it?
Well, this has been a truly fascinating deep dive.
Right.
We've learned about this 5-step plan to naturally improve eye health.
Right.
We talked about sun gazing, we talked about cucumber packs, digital detox, Trada Kriya, and of course the classic eye exercises.
Yeah.
And then we even got into that surprising link between gut health and eyesight.
There's a lot to consider there.
There is. And you know, it really makes you think, even if just some of these techniques have some potential,
Right.
isn't it worth exploring further?
Absolutely.
I'd love to hear from all of you. What do you think? Have you tried any of these things? Do you have any eye health tips that have worked for you? Share them with us. And until next time, keep those eyes healthy and happy.
See you next time.